Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Geri Puleo, the President and CEO of Change Management Solutions, and I'm also the creator of the Burnout During Organizational Change Model, or VDOC. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to use 3 tips to avoid burnout. Now, burnout is rampant, we all know that, but there are certain things that you can do to help you avoid going down that devastating burnout spiral. First thing is to identify your own triggers. Now, not everybody gets burned out the same way. What are your internal or personal factors that lead to your burnout? For example, are you a perfectionist? Do you procrastinate? Or maybe you're a people pleaser. And then look outside into your environment. In the workplace, for example, do you have poor leadership? Is there too much of an emphasis on the bottom line? Or are you working for a company where you have no idea where it's going? Now, the second tip is to stop comparing. Now, what do I mean by that? What I found in my own practice and in my own life is that when you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody else, you start living in the world of woulda, coulda, shoulda. And that's no place to live because you're not living in the moment. One thing I've learned is that there will always be someone who appears to be better than you, and there will always be someone who appears to be worse than you. And then for the third tip that follows up on this second tip, you need to learn to live in the present. I find that many of us tend to live in our minds. In other words, we're constantly thinking about the past, often with a lot of regrets. It's amazing how we tend to forget about all the good things that have happened. Or we live in the future. Especially if we're currently unhappy and we're burned out, we tend to I view the future as something that is going to be a perfect utopia. Well, the reality is nothing is perfect. But the present is the only time when you can actually take action, and it's the only time when you actually have control of your reactions to a situation. So, those are my 3 tips to help you avoid burnout. Identify your triggers, stop the comparisons, and finally, live in the present. I hope this works for you, and I hope you don't burn out. Thanks.